Fixing the mic. Thanks for the 38 months. Appreciate it. Predicting Nassif 5-0. What's the question? Will we start the league with a win? Start the league was a timeout. All right, we got paired against our good matchup. Got an Archmage's Charm. What the hell is a Cheddar Goblin, by the way? Someone explain. Where did the boost command go? Not sure. I think we might be done boosting. We didn't get there. I feel like I got cheated though. Or did I just not realize I could enable boost and we just realized too late? Oh well, I'll stay I'll stay hidden forever, chat. Tap out for a Jace, right? But it's nice to have one card to punish them if they tap out. I'm gonna bottom it though. I have to find an Archmage's Charm anyways. Pretty weird sequencing to like fetch after opting, but at least I opted a reasonable card to the bottom. For Archmage's Charm is that it can be really it can be a bit slow as for inventories. And triple blue can be a bit clunky. For some negation, so they can't just Mystic Sanctuary it. I have Mana Leak, I can't really fight over it. Honestly, if they Mana Leak there, I might have just tapped out to Mana Leak as well. And if they have Hour of Promise or Jace, so well. I don't mind that as much. Sure, I mean, you put a Thoughtseize back on top, I can just put a Force of Negation back on top. It's kind of whatever. Put back Force of Negation on top? I don't think so. I'll use a Sanctuary from my hand to do it. It's kind of tricky. Could put back Opt on top. It's kind of the same thing but better. I don't want to draw a bunch of counter spells and then just die to Field of the Dead when they draw a bunch of lands. Let's put a knob back on top for now. It's kind of the same thing since I'm going to have to play Sanctuary next turn anyways. The odds of drawing either one of my 3 Archmage Charms or 2 Frantic Inventory in my top like 10 or 11 cards. Around 50%. Messed up. Fuck, wow, that's so bad. Wait. Lang. Man, I'm in pretty bad shape this game. This is part of your edge is having 4 Mystic Sanctuary to their 2. And I've basically had to use all 3 for close to no value here, so I'm in trouble. And that cut the deprive, right? I don't have deprive in my deck anymore. I do. Alright. At least I've got that going for me. Reading pool. Awkward. He calls himself 2 tokens. I guess Mystic Sanctuary was the same. Oh, I guess that maybe they don't have Overgrown Tomb? Yeah, I guess they don't play Overgrown Tomb. That's kind of nuts. I think actually they're... I mean, they've got to have like snow-covered island, right? So they totally messed up. Can deprive a Mystic Sanctuary, and I can put back an opt on top. I don't think I want to do that. I think I'd rather just use a force. Zing! Easy clap. I just like to pretend that my opponent's mistake make up for my incredible bad luck. Just balance, you know. Balance to the force. It's only fair. Down. Get to redraw it right away. Sure. Don't get why Mystic Sanctuary for an opt. Well, I kind of want to make it my land drops, even though I could have held them. Every card matters at this point. Because as soon as I find an Archmage Charm, it just unlocks the game for me, and I can snowball. So every land you scry at the bottom could... I mean, it's just a turn, right? It could be the difference between winning and losing. Speaking of, I still have 3 cards in hand. I probably just lost this game. If I just had a Cryptic Command, I'd be pretty happy. It's tough, because I don't want to put counter spells back on top, because then I just lose to Field of the Dead. But I also don't want to be like, let them resolve any high impact spells, or else I just lose. Spell Snare against a Growth Spiral, Remand, Man League deck, Snapcaster, not finding a target. Classic Spell Snares. I guess I should have bottomed that Jace. It's kind of tricky if you don't know exactly which version you're playing against. If you're playing against a version full of remands, I have 32 cards left in my deck. I have a counter spell left. 1 mana short. I mean, they could be scared of Path to Exile and make sure to kill my my Jace, but I doubt they're gonna do that. I drew my Archmage Charm 1 turn too late. I've sucked. Spell Snare that Ether Gusted an Archmage Charm. I win super easily that first game. Kind of bad against the matchup I've been struggling against, the faster decks and stuff. Shocked. They have Dispute in hand? Or they have Veil? Probably Veil. So freaking aggro. Just jamming into my Cryptic command. Force of Negation. Chat Mentor. I don't know how to threat. Mentor, I guess. They have a Jace. Any push-ups? We'll see about that. I don't know you anything. To now. Probably better to draw 2 in response to them bouncing Mentor. Oh, they just scooped? Really? Like we could still win. Ooh, all these Ether Gusts. Do Unpurge just for Ashiok? I don't think so. Has been nice. It's been mostly mystical disputes. Still nice though. Amazing. Cards. Good counter. Good veto. get them to fight, like go veto, they might go veil. And then I go force the veil, and then they go counter, and then I go dispute. And then I untap and slam it to fairy. Or I could just let it resolve. And then they're probably going to take Archmage Charm. And I'm just stuck. Let's get the veil out of the way. I'm gonna go with the... My hand's a bit clunky anyways. I'm gonna veto the Thoughtseize. No, they don't have veil. They probably don't have veil. I could go for it here. The fairy plus dispute plus a force for their turn. Good. A P. No, I'll add them. Plus I have a bunch left. Pigeon Pog. Maybe we can get Pigeon Pog to be the official Pog champ. So yeah, I could go for it to fairy here. I don't hate it. I also have Abrupt Decay in their deck, so it's not like the fairy's end all be all, but I guess I'll still get a 2-for-1. That Lake and Dispute. Well, I guess I got a bit greedy. I think my play was fine. We're pretty sure they didn't have Veil. Come on, Jace. How much was that? You could just draw 2 now. Bit risky. Could have kept Leak and Logic Knot too. I don't think that would have been the worst. Alright, so they don't have Cryptic Command in hand. This PogChamp's kind of nice. Komodo Hype. Whatever it is. I feel like I've seen that before. Why, they did have Cryptic Command. Well, why take the Charm? Now we trade a card for a card. If they take Charm, they get to clean 2-for-1 me. I would have been a bit suspicious though. I will say, if they hadn't taken the Charm, I think I would have just maybe held on to it. Should obviously Field over in here. So I don't draw Charm. Plan on making some game-losing mistakes. I'll take it. So if I Charm here, they could have a counter and I can't counter back. I could just hold on to it for now. If they force a negation, then it's exile and I can't get it back. Which I really want to be able to do. Becoming kind of clunky city over here. I don't like it. I do not like it one bit. They might not even try and counter it. They haven't been playing great. They might be more scared of what I can do on my turn. Correct. I suck. That's what I was trying to dodge the whole time, and fuck, I'm the one playing poorly. Basic plane's kind of screwing me over here. And I suck. There, yeah, I don't know why I did that. It was really bad. I'll try Red Lancer. For the sake of your son, I'll try to tighten up. I'm losing this game because I just ran into the cryptic command. 5 cards. So brutal what like one card, the difference of one card can make. What am I even supposed to do here? Let it resolve and hope they don't draw Field of the Dead. Fuck me. Sorry, whoops. I didn't mean to say that. 7 cards in hand now? Oh my god. I'm so tilted. Yeah, where were these cards earlier? The inventories. This is actually so bad, though. I countered it. I mean, I'm just screwed. I don't know, I just got outdrawn. Charm into Cryptic, that was... Man, I'm so tilted. I'll ban you for mental health, Matt Jared. Ah, I feel better already. Very poorly for me. Not a mentor. God, so tilted. I think maybe I could have won this game. I don't know. It would have been close. And I definitely win game 1 if I had 4 Archmage Charm in my main deck instead of garbage Ether Gust and Spell Snare. Good hand against the Lurrus deck. Could be. Red decks. There's a good have done it on their turn in case you have. I can force the mill 15. Dude, I don't have Kozilek in my sideboard. Oh my god, why do I not have Kozilek in my sideboard? Mistake. I can steal crabs. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Just steal their crabs and mill them? Guess I'll use Terminus. Terminus? It's got to be better than using a charm to steal a crab, right? Oh, they played Drown. Drowning 6 mana spells, no big deal. How did I do in MPL Rivals weekend? Really well. I went 9-3. Undisputed second ranked player in the league. And then hooking us up. Can't let that resolve. It's a bit too good against me. Against everyone. Is it actually good to mill them? Let's find out. I got fetch lands too. It's a fatal push in their deck though. Sure, whatever. Want to mail them? Maybe. Won't be too greedy, I'll just get back Logic Knot. Champ. Is in the bag. I think it's kind of close. I need to find a way to kill them. I need to find a Jace or something. The bag. I won't be too greedy. I'll keep a removal spell. Maybe I could have plussed. I actually don't know what if they have like Planeswalker removal in their deck. I think I should have just plussed. Oh well. Any lands? Yeah, I don't play a ton of lands to be fair. It stops that? It does? Alright, nice. So I guess I just start plussing, right? 5 mana sorcery speed. I just don't want them to draw a crab. Or drawn into lock, right? What happens if they just don't play cards? They just keep 7 cards in hand. If I actually have enough cards in my deck to kill them with Jace, or if I'm short. Mail my 1 to Fairy. Mail my 1 to Fairy, and I think I have 1 Jace left. On the bottom, since it's a must counter and it's cheap. You know, just infinite cryptic. I don't know how it works actually. Cryptic Sanctuary, is that actually accomplish anything? I don't think so. And I should do that every time I get a chance. Do I get a chance? Do I have shoes on? No, I have slippers on. It's a bit cold. I'm not a monster. I don't just walk around with shoes at home. I like how I have a Jace with 13 counters on it and they're not trying to... It's almost kind of scary. Oh yeah, Shell.Kyle, Kyle, I'm dumb. Alright, that makes sense now. Sure. Pretty tough to sideboard in this matchup. Ether Gust's not very good, that's one. It's like not super good. The games go long. Terminus, well, obviously it's not great, but then you just lose to the creatures, I think. If you just have half, I think you need to keep in Terminus to not lose to a creature. Shark Typhoon's not the fastest win condition. Snare, well, Mesmeric is one of their best cards. And they've drawn in the lock, so Spell Snare sounds kind of good. It's kind of expensive. Surgical's kind of good on my own stuff too. This Surgical, my card, I can Surgical to Surgical if I want to. Or Surgical when they're targeting to fizzle it. Snare seems very bad. I disagree. You seem very bad. You guys think that's all the Terminus? Alright, that makes it easy. Eclipse does -4 Tremors, -1 Lake. Alright. 4 Force and their spells are so cheap. More boost. I should remove that from the title. Of course, if I had like mods that were worth a lick, I wouldn't have to do the work myself, but apparently can't count on anyone these days. How many mods right now? I literally have like 11 or 12 mods in chat right now, and there's not a single one that thought about removing boost from the title. Did you remove it? I don't think so. Oh, you actually did it, King, and you just got unlucky? What does that one do? So we mill free right away, and then what? At the beginning of each upkeep... Oh yeah, it's still Lyrium. Because of someone who has Archive Trap. Yikes. Yeah, I should just let them trap me once. Hope they mill inventory. And I can just play Ancestral Recalls. Multiples. I'm kind of screwed. Lucky chat. Annoying. No. I'm pretty screwed. Screwed. Should have not fetched on my turn. I thought I was going to veto the trap, and then I kind of changed my mind. And now I'm in a bad spot. Easier if they had milled that mill in inventory. Am I being too greedy? Just holding onto these inventories. And Lure still. Alright, I think I'm being a bit ridiculous here. He just feels so far behind in this matchup, but maybe I'm not. Booze debacle of 2021. I had to play Ghost Quarter too? That's nasty. Oh, if only I knew it'd be so easy. I mean, I could surgical my my Scalding Tarns or something. That'll work. Kill my ops. See their hands. Vision, Mesmeric Orb, Murderous Cut, Drown. How do they sideboard? 2 extirpates. Keep in Fatal Push. I mean, I have a lot of removal spell. 2 surgical, 2 extirpates. Creatures or so. 2 search. Alright, so what's... I forgot what was in their hand. I thought I got to see it. Does anyone remember what they had in hand? Bloodchief first, Murderous Cut, another Ancestral Recall. Alright, I'm just gonna say go. I think they had one counter spell as well. Oh yeah, drawn in a lock, yeah, thanks. Tova Mugan, thanks for the raid, whoever you are, appreciate it. Welcome to everyone. We're currently being milled to death. It's not a good feeling. We got zombie to death, now we're getting milled to death. Just doing the job for them. I'm like, sure. Keep milling yourself. Go nuts. None of my cards even really do anything. Evening Styles, thank you so much for 23 months with a tier 1 sub. Like, well, that card doesn't do anything against me, and I'm like, yep, you're right. I was trying to bait. I was not successful. Can't exile my own graveyard, right? That's already calls a pretty good card. I'm gonna counter it. 2. Masuku. Alright, I'm just gonna scoop them up. There's like no way I'm winning this game. Let's do all the cheap cards. Prevent them from having maybe their ancestral turned on. I'm not sure. How many cards is it? 15? 13? 13's a lot. It's looking kind of good for me. I mean, they did mulligan. They mulliganed and they just kind of 2-for-1 themselves, just search a going card I didn't have in hand. Hopefully they don't have fetch land plus push. Update on the building situation. I mean, they're repairing the leak. Nothing too exciting has happened recently. Here's that Fatal Push in hand. They either have Fatal Push or... Do I want to keep Path? Terrible. I'll keep it. It's probably fine. Oh no, Fatal Push. If I had to pick one blue-white control finisher for the upcoming standard, what would it be? Do we even have good options? I haven't thought about it. Huh. Fetching for Mystic Sanctuary is kind of neutral. Maybe okay. Oh, all my Mystic Sanctuaries are in the yard. Maybe it was not great. If I draw 2, I'll have 5. Draw 2 into Jace is exactly lethal, right? And if you have Archive Trap, that's 21 minus 13. 21. Down to 7. And then I untap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Just dead to a trap. Now I might just be dead to other stuff. Too much here. Path on my turn, but then I get 1 less token. Does that do anything for them? Doesn't. His skill was Jay's Brainstorm, and if I break, I'm just dead. I don't have Sanctuaries left in my deck. Sounds like the worst of all worlds. Lethal. Do you need 2 removal spells? I guess I could have Echoing Truth. That'd be nasty. But then I get to kill them next turn. That's close. I rewatched Kyoto and your 2004 PT Kobe match versus Benes last night made me nostalgic for younger days. Ah, the good old days. No, it was, yeah. It was a fun tournament. I started pretty poorly too. I started off 1-2. I think I played the wrong land. And I guess I want to do that in case I have Terminus, and I don't want to have to bolt myself. Draw you the card, right? Puts it in your hands. A video of this soon for CFB. I might do it for this week's video. I'm not sure. Is there any other cool modern deck I could play this week? I've done one not that long ago, but also there's not that many modern... Well, there are a lot of different modern decks, but... Ignited Memories versus Chapin, my luckiest moment in Magic. No, I lost a match. Doesn't sound very lucky to me. Sounds luckier to win a match of Magic than to lose it, but... Maybe that's just me. It wasn't even that lucky, it was like 10%. You want me to play this for Optimus Prime? I probably will. Negation's not a bad one. They're being good. Incredible. I mean, if it's not going to be good in this matchup, then we have a problem. Fairy Time Raveler is nice if it's slow against red, but it is really nice when you do get to so trigger on the stack, on a draw. And I get a shot at a land. You get to stake it, it's so nice that they just have to main phase everything. If you want a plus in this matchup. With double force in hand, I think I'm okay drawing. Usually want a plus because you don't have that many. You don't have that many cards you can hit that are relevant. Sometimes you're just better off racing with Jace. Kind of depends. Oh, I didn't put land back on top. Maybe that was a mistake. Doesn't really matter. Yo, Bioman. I gotta start milling them, but drawing cards is more fun, right? Also, I might just kill them faster if I find a Shark Typhoon, or maybe I'll scoop if I play with the Fairy. That's close. Always nice to win game one in tough matchup. Terminus kind of okay against them. I'm not sure I want Mentor. You ever want to void out inventory, even in like aggro matchups? Maybe you do. Inventory, keeping up. I don't think you need 4 force, maybe 2. Inventory. Kind of like Jace in these matchups. It's good against Eidolon too. Same for Shark Typhoon. Mentor is good at all or not. I'm just gonna keep in on the Terminus. Terminus. Pretty hand. I think you're just supposed to take 2 here in case they have Eidolon. Deprive on top. It's a miracle, chat. It happens once in a while. And then it's usually an easy win. Didn't trigger Eidolon. Finally did. It triggered Eidolon so I could gain the life. That's perfect. Weird with Canyon, they can somewhat maybe manipulate their life total. Do I have a favorite draft format? Kuala Lumpur draft format. I think it was full block was the one that started was merfolks and elves and fairies. Good with names. Lorwing block, yeah. Thought that draft format was really cool. Not sure what else. A lot of good draft formats. They usually do a good job with the draft formats. Recently, I don't know, my memory's bad for that stuff. I kind of like anything right now, so maybe I just forget. Yours have been mostly good. Haven't like the past like almost 10 years been great for draft formats? I mean, they're not all 10 out of 10s, but Other Sultai deck? Theros was bad? Which one was Theros? Was the one with all the legends, the uncommon legends? Oh, it's a tilt. It's usually not a good sign when you have more white cards than blue cards in a blue matchup, blue mirror match. Theros had Bestow. I know there's been a few draft formats in the past 5-10 years that had too many broken rares and not enough ways to kill them. And these formats were probably not always great, but I mean, I usually don't draft a format more than 20 or 30 times, and I feel like it's pretty hard for a draft format to get bad after only 20 drafts or 30 drafts. because drafting's just so fun. Go nuts. I'm just gonna scoop. Oh man, I'm gonna come back from this game. Surgical. For these spots where I have to discard 2 hand size because I'm drawing too many cards. Just not gonna. I'm not gonna do too many gusts. Matches are getting a bit faster. Maybe I'll have time to finish. I'm gonna say Field of Ruin for Field of the Dead. Please do. A little Implode. Stone Rain. Kind of fancy, but I think it's good. 2 lands up the top was rough though. Maybe I should shock always here. Not sure my life total matters too much. It could matter against the zombie tokens. Could come down to that. Sure. You'll, I guess predict doesn't work because we're not going to have the results. What do you think, Chad? Do you think we'll have limited in a competitive tournament this year? Whether it's arena... What are they called? The arena what's? The opens? Or limited at a Pro Tour event? Take here if I was them. Yeah, probably Charm. You know? It's nice because it exiles spells that they can't bring back with Sanctuary, but since they already have 2 Sanctuaries in play, I don't think I have to worry about it so much. Alright, it's kind of a tricky one. Cryptic is nice. Maybe Cryptic first? Archmage Charm? Not sure this is right. As well, right? Water Chase? That's rough. Lose. Wow, that was like 2 pretty big beatings in a matchup that's felt pretty good so far. I'm not even beating Sultai. It's pretty desperate, but I don't really have a choice. GeoGuessr tonight. I usually don't do GeoGuessr in the afternoon. Deck. I study enough math stuff, but I didn't finish. I don't have a college degree. Well, I do, whatever they give you after 2 years. I'm not sure that qualifies as much of a degree. Math stuff was coding, and then math stuff was statistic, but just kind of gave up. Had the choice between studying and playing poker and Magic for a living. It was a really tough choice. Well, anyways, for my 20-year-old self, it was a really tough choice. Two-mana counter sounds I've been... That's why I didn't want all the charms. The charm's just too good. Wow. Dryad Arbor match. Storm Terminus, etc. Maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. Did I play the Lady card again after the video? I don't know. I don't remember when I recorded the video. 5 leagues was the deck, between 4 and 6 leagues, and also played the Modern Challenge on the weekend and didn't do well. It's pretty mediocre. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to navigate that. Nexus? They play Nexus? No, they have Shark Typhoon? Control tree? Not sure. I mean, control wouldn't even be right. All these control decks, they'd be borderline unplayable without Sanctuary. And the other decks still do okay, so it makes control viable. Is it that bad of a thing, you know? Orbit Fairy. attacking me. Well, maybe you don't love to see it. Probably not. Maybe a tiny bit. Either Field of Ruin or get in a spot where you have Jace going and you don't really care anymore. You're able to keep up with the tokens. So you can put Cryptic up, and then they can Uro. Might have to force that Cryptic. Rune, brought back Uro, and then baited with Cryptic, and I think I would have countered. Seems pretty poorly played by them. What? Instant speed. So that's kind of annoying. It can make me and it might be out of bait. I have one forest left. Not actually, yeah. I think they don't even always play basic mountain, right? I'm actually not sure. I don't think basic mountain is super stock. Alright, no more basics please. Thank you. Oh, right. I'm dumb. They're not playing white. No, they don't have field of the. They don't have field of Ruin anymore to reshuffle. To reshuffle. That's why I wasn't using Sanctuary last turn. Might as well play it now, right? Have the Fairy play, they can't do anything. I get to untap more lands. I guess it doesn't matter, I have enough. With the Fairy Emblem. Shark Typhoon kills. What did it draw? Just 2 counter spells? Don't they literally have Cryptic Command in hand? Pull their Cryptic Command away. Yeah, that was a close game. 6 Sanctuary. So you had to be really selective with which lands you play. You only had to play 1 million different lands. Then removing all the fieldness. I mean, their deck becomes better after sideboard as well, and Mentor's pretty good. You can beat the zombies with your Mentor. Please, I don't have a fetch. Oh, hello. Should I just do it now? So it's not that scary. It's a bit scary. Really? It's cool? Oh. I mean, I can always purge in response to the fetch, but then they might just counter my purge. I'll just do it now, but I don't know if it's correct. It's a bit scared. I just like Snowlands. I think the Snowlands on this art's pretty. Yeah, that's not a reason why doing purge right away was maybe not the greatest. About it. Oh well. Hold. No bolts. They probably keep in bold because of Jace. Probably not too many, but it's probably a few. That's a quick match. Like every...